Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hello. So happy you joined us. My name is Jordan. I am a full-time content creator and I am a professional figure skater currently working and living on board a cruise ship. Today is turnaround day, which means all of the current guests that have been on for the last week are getting off the ship and a whole new bunch of people are coming on board for the next 7 days. Today's also Monday and I thought it would be fun to bring you along for the week and show you just how much I spend while working on board a cruise ship. I have filmed these types of videos in the past. It's been a really long time since I've done one of these, so I thought it would be fun to bring you along because we are cruising around Europe. So the itinerary is different than the last contract, and because of that I am on average spending a bit more money day to day and week to week as opposed to my last contract, which was on Utopia, where we were cruising around the Caribbean. We were going to Coco Cay and Nassau. So this is our last month of this European itinerary, and then we will be repositioning to Australia, which I'm so excited for. But we got to soak in the last month in Europe. We're starting to get all the fall vibes, and I just want to make the most of these last few weeks here because I don't know the next time I'll be back. So it's currently 9:45. We are just waiting for the announcement to tell us that shore leave is granted, and then I'm going to hop off the ship. Our home port for today is Piraeus, which is just outside of Athens, Greece. And I don't have a ton of plans for this morning because I do work this afternoon, but I want to get off the ship. I need to get some Wi-Fi, potentially grab a coffee, and ideally I would like to run to the grocery store because they have a really large grocery store in this port. So we're just going to wait for the go-ahead, and then we will be shortly getting off of the ship.
Number 5 at this moment.
And we are off the ship. It is 10 o'clock on the dot, and I have just stepped off the gangway, and we are gonna head towards the city center. Morning. I'm actually a bit shocked at how cool it is outside because obviously the weather has taken a turn with it being October now, but I assumed, maybe I assumed wrong, that it would still be really hot in Greece. And it is a little chilly. It's comfortable. Like I'm in jeans and a tube top, but I did throw on a little button down just in case I was chilly. I don't think I really need it, but it is very gloomy out and it might rain. I'm feeling a few drops here and there. So my plan is to walk to the bus stop, hopefully get there dry. I've never taken the bus here in Piraeus, but Taras said it's fairly simple. It'll bring me right to the grocery store. So that's what I think I'll do, or at least in that general area. It'll save me some walking because the walk to the grocery store is at least an hour, which technically I could do if I had more time, but we are a little tight on time with work later. So hopefully we can navigate that easily and then we'll go from there. But I'm a big fan of walking. It's also a free form of transportation. Typically when we are in ports, I will always choose to walk over paying for an Uber or something like that. But again, when you are a little bit tighter on time, it's not always possible. I just got off at the bus stop and I ran into this little vintage store and I wanted to stop in, so we're browsing, but I've found a couple things I want to potentially buy. But like the stuff in here is very, very cutesy, so we're just taking a little peek. Thank you, have a good day. That did not take very long. A purchase has been made, but I'm actually really excited about what I found. It was very unexpected, but the prices were really good, and I'll show you when we get back, but I don't usually just stop into a store and buy something like that. But now we're actually headed to the grocery store, which is what I got on the bus for in the first place. The goal for this shopping haul is to stock up on snacks for the crossing. We still have a few weeks until then, but I just want to start getting some stuff for the cabin because I know when we're on an 18-day cruise, we're going to want some snacks in the room. And obviously we won't have many options because we're going to be at sea for so many days. So I'm thinking some sort of crackers. I've had these before and they're quite good. So I'll get 2 of these. We've made it out of the grocery store. I'll give you the haul when we get back. But the last stop I think is gonna be for coffee because I do wanna sit down and get a little bit of Wi-Fi just to download some stuff on Netflix. So we might as well head to a cafe and do that. And there's a few in the area that I really like. And it's just around the corner. So we're headed there now. Looks like it's closed today. So let's check out another one. Here we are. Let's sit down. Hello.
Old sprouts,
Yeah.
with from peas.
Okay.
And I'm waiting on delivery right now.
Okay, no worries. Thank you. Slightly lucked out there because they do have alternative milk usually, but they're waiting on the delivery, so they don't have any alternative milk. So we're gonna regroup. We're gonna check out a couple more places around. There's a lot in this area, so I'm not too worried. This looks promising. Fingers crossed. Do you have alternative milks?
I have almond and soy.
Fabulous. And do you have Wi-Fi?
Yes, of course.
Third time's the charm. We found a new spot. I have never been here before, so we're trying out a new experience. But they have alternative milk and they have Wi-Fi. So we're set. I'm sitting outside because it's a little bit muggy. And I've just ordered a latte. And here she be. It looks so good. I don't remember if I ordered hot or cold, but actually cold is gonna be quite nice. So, sip test, here goes nothing. That's some good coffee. Alrighty, well the bus was an absolute breeze. I'm really glad that I chose that as the route because I saved a lot of time by hopping on the bus. And now I'm basically just getting back to the terminal now. So I just gotta walk the terminal and get back on board. I'm gonna give you a haul once we get there, but it was a successful day off the ship. And now I have plenty of time to chill, eat some lunch before I have to start my duties for the day. I love a little solo adventure. Of course, I am an extrovert and I am a people lover. Like I love hanging out with friends, but I also really value time by myself. So this was a nice little solo date. Outside of this terminal is absolute mayhem. I have made it back on board and actually I got back just in time because it started to rain as I was getting on the ship. So we really lucked out with the timing there, but I want to give you a haul of what I got today and we're going to add up the total for today so far. First, I want to show you what I got from that little antique store. That was honestly just like a fun little hidden gem that I stumbled upon. Like I literally got off the bus and it was right there and I was like, oh, this looks really cute. So I popped in and lo and behold, I bought two things, which I don't typically do. I've been really good about shopping this contract. I had like a week or so where I was going and shopping in ports, but on average, I've been pretty good about shopping, but I just thought I would regret walking away without making these purchases. So the first thing that I got was this little bracelet. It is like a rope bracelet. It's gold. It's beautiful. I tried it on. It actually fits me. It's a tiny bit big, but it's a pretty good fit for me. And I think it's a really good like stacking bracelet. This was only €5, which I thought was a quite solid deal. And then the other thing that I picked up was this beautiful watch. I do need to replace the battery, but honestly, I want it more for the fashion statement of it all. I've been wanting to get a slim gold sort of vintage looking watch, even though I have an Apple Watch, but I just thought this would be nicer for more dressy occasions. And if I want to elevate my look, that I can use this. And this fit me wonderfully. So I thought together that this was a cute little combo. And the watch was only €12. So the total for these two pieces was €17. Obviously, they're not like real gold or anything like that, but they seem decent quality and I just thought they were really beautiful. So I got those. I'm very excited about those purchases. Then, of course, grocery. We're going to give you a little haul. I stocked up a good amount of snacks. I didn't want to go too crazy. Also, I wanted to have enough to last me a bit because I'm not a huge snacker. I mean, I am, but I try not to be on the ship. So I thought I didn't need to overdo it. I think this will be plenty. We've got a bag of barbecue chips. I've got salt and pepper chips. And then I got 2 of these little bagel crisps cracker situation. Some corn nuts, these little dark chocolate biscuits. I've had these before and I really enjoy them. And then I got some Biscoff cookies. So the total for the grocery haul was 10 euros, which was a fabulous deal. So I'm going to tuck those away. And then lastly, of course, I got the coffee from that cafe, which is really, really yummy. It was 4 euro. So the total for my little outing is 31 euro. We're already off to a more expensive start than my last what I spend in the week videos because I was literally going nowhere and spending no money. These snacks will prepare me for the crossing, so they're nothing I'm really gonna be eating for this week. But anyways, I purchased them, so that's that. And I'm really excited about my little antique finds. So yeah, I'm gonna eat lunch on board, which of course all the food on board is included. It's free for the crew members. Unless we dine at a specialty restaurant, then we do have to pay a fee depending on where we eat. But to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner in the crew areas, we don't have to pay. I don't know why I forgot to include the bus fee in today's total. The bus was 2 euro for both ways. So 33 euro is the total so far for today. Okay, it is 9:30. I am finished with my duties for the day. It was a busy one, and I did forget to show my dinner, but I had the same dinner as I did lunch, minus the fries. I had another nice big salad. The salad consisted of some greens, some potatoes, roasted peppers. I had black beans, croutons, cucumbers, carrots, a few black olives, and then I drizzled it with olive oil. So that was the dinner, but again, I ate in the staff mess, so I did not have to pay for my meal. I am going to relax for the evening. I'm going to take a shower, get cozy, maybe put something on Netflix because I downloaded a bunch today, and that is going to be the evening. So yeah, total for day one, 33 euros. Off to a strong start, and I will see you guys bright and early. Rise and shine. Happy day 2. It is Tuesday morning and we are up and ready for another full day. Today we are in Mykonos, Greece, which is of course a bucket list destination and it's a beautiful destination. However, I will not be getting off the ship today just because we have a lot going on. It's also show day today. So yes, we won't be getting off the ship. I have been very fortunate to have visited this port many, many, many times, not just on this contract, but also on a previous contract. So I don't really feel like I'm missing out too much on this. Also, I believe we come back here when my parents come. So I'll definitely be getting off with them. Anyways, I am up and I want to have some breakfast. So we're going to head to the mess and make my go-to breakfast spread. So typically I have some form of egg, whether it's hard-boiled, fried, or scrambled, and then I do make a nice, yummy oatmeal bowl on the side. That is what we're going to do, and then it'll be time for some coffee. But like I said, I don't have to pay for these meals, which is, I mean, obviously incredible. Also, I don't have to clean. As much as I miss cooking, I really enjoy cooking and trying to create new recipes and things like that. It is really convenient to just show up, eat what you want, drop off your plates, and then you're done. Oh my God. I cannot believe how cold it is outside today. It is stormy, very stormy. And not that I was planning to get off the ship, but I was planning to go walk on the jogging track on the top deck, but it is really cold. It looks like it's gonna rain and the wind is insane. So I think now we're gonna make a coffee, which is my favorite part of the morning. I'm gonna keep up with my hydration as well. Water on board is also free. I mean, if food is free, you would assume that water is, but you can buy water bottles. Those you do have to pay for. But we do have water refilling stations, which is really nice. So I always refill this water bottle multiple times a day. So that's for water. But for coffee, I was buying coffee a bit more than I would say any other contract I have at the beginning, the first probably 2 months, just because it's convenient, it's right there, it's easy, the taste is pretty good, and it just brings me a little bit of joy. However, my friends have a machine, so I've been making coffee in their room, which is really nice, and it's saved me a ton of money. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make a little coffee. I have oat milk in the fridge, which is my fave, and we're gonna sip on that. And I think for now, while my breakfast digests and I enjoy my coffee, I'll put some Selling Sunset on my iPad and just watch that. Voila, we have the delicious coffee. Yum. There's nothing like the first sip of coffee in the start of the morning. It's a couple hours later, I'm not gonna lie. I've been having myself a very chill morning, watched some Selling Sunset, hung out a little bit. I've just been doing some editing most recently, but now I need to get ready for work. So I have a shift from 1:45 to 3:45, so 2 hours of work. So I need to get changed for that. And then this evening we have shows tonight. So I'll probably come back, take a little rest until I have to start doing hair and makeup for the shows. But today is so far a no spending day, which is good. And Mykonos tends to be an overpriced port because it is a very touristy destination. The prices for everything are expensive. Also, taking the water taxi over to Old Town, it isn't expensive. It's €2 per way, so €4 round trip. But, you know, that's a glass of wine at some point in the week, or I don't know, a chocolate bar at the Slop Chest or something like that. So let's get the uniform on and let's get to work. There's never a dull moment, I swear. I've just finished my shift of work and I find out now that we are going into reblock. So our schedule is changing. We need to be in studio B a bit earlier, which means I have less time to prepare, but it's okay. We just got to go with flow. However, I'm exhausted right now. So I think I'm going to lay down for like literally 5 minutes and then I'm going to make another coffee because we definitely need a little bit more caffeine to get through the next few hours. And I won't finish work until like past 11 p.m. tonight. So I think we can do another coffee, but I do have instant coffee that we're going to use. So that's the plan. We got to get caffeinated and then we need to start getting ready. We are finished with show number 1. I am drinking a Red Bull, which I did not purchase. So there was a couple that were cruising they probably were cruising like 2 months or maybe a month and a half straight. And they came to every single show. They loved the show so much that they treated the entire cast to like 2 huge bags of sugar-free Red Bull and some candies. So it was just so sweet. Obviously, they didn't have to do that, but they just were very generous and provided us a gift. So I don't really drink Red Bull like ever anymore. I mean, I say that as I'm holding a can, but really I haven't had one in such a long time. Usually my go-to in between shows is a Coke Zero. However, these are free and they're stocked and loaded. So we're having one of these instead for the show. And actually the first show was listing so much. So it took more energy out of me. So I wouldn't mind a little boost. Yeah, I'm gonna drink this and we're gonna have one more show and then it'll be time for show food, which is really nice. So basically show food is just food that they provide for the cast after we finish, because by the time we finish shows, the mess is closed, so we're unable to eat. And obviously many of us cannot eat dinner before we have shows because we have hours of preparation before. And also just eating and then skating is, for me at least, I can't do it. That is that. Today is most likely going to be a no-spend day unless I decide to have a nightcap later, but we'll see when we get there. We have reached that point in the night. We're done with our shows. I am exhausted, so I will not be having a nightcap. I'm going to shower, take off my makeup, and get my little tush into bed. Actually, I'm going to make a tea, and then I'm going to watch something before bed. But we actually have free internet from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m., which is really nice. It's a little bonus. This is not something we usually get. Maybe I'll watch YouTube. It's like a little guilty pleasure that I don't really get to do ever on my contracts. It's day 3, which is Wednesday, so happy hump day. I am up and ready because I have another very full day of work today. So I have work at 9:30 and I want to grab a coffee before then. I'm not sure if my friends are awake or not, and I don't want to wake them up. So today we're going to buy a coffee. So we're going to go to the crew cafe and pick up a latte. The coffees at the crew bar are very affordable. It's definitely more affordable than Starbucks. As much as I miss my Starbucks, I wish they had one on board. The crew cafe is super convenient because it's open all day and the prices are great. They also don't upcharge for alternative milk, which is 10 out of 10. So I'm going to go get my latte and then we're going to get started with this day of work. I am finished with work momentarily. I have a little break now. We have one show this evening and then afterwards we're going to get off the ship because today is our last visit to Istanbul. So we do have an overnight, which means we are docking now and then we will be in port until tomorrow evening, which is really lovely. But I am not going to get off the ship, of course, until after our show this evening. But my coffee this morning was really good from Back Deck. Nice little treat. And yeah, lunch was pretty good. They had these little chicken sandwiches that were kind of nice. So I had a salad and half of a chicken sandwich. Now we chill for a bit. We'll make a coffee. We'll get ready again for shows and we will have a show. But afterwards, the fun is going to begin because we get to go back to Istanbul, which is honestly such a vibrant city and I love it so much. Today we are in Istanbul. I don't think I mentioned that, but obviously it's many hours later. It's 10 p.m. We finished our show and now I'm ready to get off the ship. So we're going to be definitely spending a little bit of money, but it's well worth it for the experience. Istanbul is such a vibrant, incredible city and Istanbul has been on my bucket list for years. So it's truly so special that I get to visit many times throughout this contract. And sadly, this is our last visit, but we're going to get off the ship, get a bite to eat, have a drink, and have a little night. It's not going to be a crazy late night by any means, but I am excited to get off the ship and touch land at night. You don't understand how good it feels when you work on board and you don't usually have time on land in the evenings. Yeah, there's no real budget for this evening because it is our last overnight here, but we'll see what we get up to. We are back. It is later than I thought. I'm tired for sure. It's been a long day, very long day, but it was a really nice night off. We definitely spent a little bit of money. I'm usually really good about spending my money, and because this is only our third visit to Istanbul, this is a port that I'm really willing to spend my money in just because of the experience, and I really don't know the next time I'm going to be in Istanbul, Turkey. So that being said, we had the one drink at the first bar/restaurant. That was 560 lira. And then at the second location, of course, we did eat and I had one drink. So I had 2 sushi rolls and 1 drink. It was definitely a little bit overpriced, but worth the money for sure. Like the quality was so good and the vibes are immaculate. So I spent 1,850 Turkish lira. A little bit of a pricier evening for sure, but we did save some money with not taking a taxi. We walked there and back. It was a 15-minute walk to the first bar, 16 minutes from there to the next bar, and then walking back was 20 minutes. So it wasn't too bad, and it honestly, like, it saved us a good amount of money. So the total for day 3, a bit pricey, like I said, but you know, I really want to say yes to every experience. I'm not spending money like this on a day-to-day basis. We don't come to Istanbul very often. This is only our 3rd time here. So it is what it is, but that's the total for day 3. I'm going to get some sleep and I'll see you guys in the morning for day 2 of Istanbul. Good morning, everyone. It is the following day. Today, of course, is another day in Istanbul, but I wanted to get a little bit of movement in before we get off the ship. So I'm going to head up to the gym and follow a Pilates video. That'll be the workout for today. I do predict we'll do a lot of walking once I'm off the ship. So we'll see. Maybe I'll do a little walk later as well. But having access to a full gym for free is phenomenal. Gym memberships can be really expensive, so not having to pay for that amenity is incredible, especially because I do need to keep up with my health and wellness for my job. So, of course, it is a requirement of me to stay in shape, but even if it was not linked to my job, it's something I really enjoy and I would be doing anyways. So having that access for free is just wonderful. Let's head up to the gym, get this workout going, and get started with the day. Alrighty, I have finished up at the gym. We are ready to go for the day, and I found a cute little brunch spot that we're gonna check out. So pretty excited about that. I'm gonna meet Christoph in like 2 minutes, and we're gonna head off for the day. Our plan for today was brunch, like some coffee, something to eat, and then we might explore the bazaar. We might walk around just the streets. There's no real crazy plan. We've already done all of the mosques and all like the big sightseeing attraction sort of things we've seen the last few times we were here. So this one's a little bit of a free-for-all. We're back on board. We had a really lovely day out. I obviously spent some more money today, but it's all about the experience. And honestly, that brunch was so good. Even though it wasn't like traditional Turkish food, I love me a brunch. So we both thoroughly enjoyed our avocado toast, and the coffee was really nice as well. So we need to add up the total from the day out because I did also make a couple purchases. I got my postcards and I also bought a gua sha in the one store and also a little bracelet. So the total for day 2 of Istanbul, we've got my coffee from the brunch, which was 185 lira, but it was an additional 100 lira for the oat milk. So in total, 285 lira. My avocado toast was 580 lira. Then the postcards were 2 for 30 lira. The gua sha was 150 lira and the bracelet was 200 lira. Honestly, not too bad. I mean, worth every penny in my opinion. The brunch was definitely a little bit pricier because it was more of a like trendy spot. However, we had a really nice meal and just day out. Also, we didn't take any taxis. We Didn't even take the tram, although the tram is super convenient and it's very inexpensive. We did walk everywhere, so that did save us a little bit of money as well. So I take that as a win. For the rest of the day, I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna make a coffee. I have all skates this evening, and that'll be it. Good morning. Happy Friday. It is Friday morning and it is a sea day here on board. We are currently headed to Kusadasi, which is our next port of call, but we are cruising through this channel and it is so beautiful. That is that. I am up and ready for breakfast. So I'm going to head to the staff mess and make my go-to brekkie, which is some eggs and my oatmeal bowl. So I've been fixated on this oatmeal bowl for 2 months now, and it's not going away anytime soon. I literally look forward to it when I go to sleep. So yeah, that's gonna be breakfast, and then we're gonna have a nice coffee. We have a 10 p.m. show this evening, so I actually don't have any all skates duties today. We do have all skates, but I am not working them, so that's really nice. So I'm gonna spend the day doing some editing, maybe some junk journaling, maybe some reading. It's just gonna be a very relaxed sea day and I'm looking forward to it. And then we'll skate this evening. I've been so lazy this contract to work on my curly girl method or do it, but I washed my hair last night and actually the curls lasted pretty good while sleeping. I haven't touched them up or anything. I might wet them a little bit just to zhuzh them up, but actually the hair stayed pretty decent. I mean, it's a little bit frizzy, but we'll take it. It is many hours since we last spoke. I had a full day of activity, productivity, chilling, and we did have, obviously, our show this evening at 10 p.m. So that is why I still have my show makeup and hair done, but I've taken a shower and changed into a little outfit because tonight is beer and wings. So it is a crew activity that is organized by our crew welfare, which is really nice. So this is a free activity and we are provided chicken wings and beer for free, which is really nice. So I'm going to go there and probably hang out for an hour or two, have a nice beer. I'm not hungry because we did have show food, so I'm not going to eat any chicken wings, but I would like to have a little Corona. I do also believe there's going to be live music, which will be really fun. So we can dance a little bit, vibe, and then come back, take the makeup off, and call it a night because I'm going to be tired. But it's been another no spent day, which is fabulous. Love that for us. And tomorrow we are going to be in Kusadasi, like I said. Don't have an idea what the plan is for tomorrow yet, but we'll see when we get there. So let's head back deck, have a fun little evening, and I'll see you guys bright and early. Happy day 6. Today we're in Kusadasi, Turkey, and I do not plan to get off the ship today. We've come to this port so many times, and There's a lot of really great shopping here, but I'm not planning to shop today. I will be definitely getting off in this port when my parents are on board because this is one of the ports of call. We will wait until then. But this morning we had drill. So I didn't have drill, but I had to participate in part of it. So I did that. I've had a coffee and now I'm going to go for some lunch. We're staying on board and we're going to try to make it a no spend day. Maybe this evening I'll spend a little money, but at least when it comes to food, we will not be buying anything. Yeah, I'm actually quite hungry, so I'm going to make a nice big salad. And then I have no idea. I have no idea what my plans are going to be for the rest of the day. I do have to work the production show this evening, but until then we don't really have much. And we might have to do some balloon blowing, but we'll see later. I'm thinking maybe I'll do some editing, maybe I'll read a little bit, and then maybe we'll do the gym depending on how my body feels, or maybe I'll just do a nice long walk. But first things first, let's eat some lunch. I have just finished up at the gym. I had a nice long workout, but it was a gentle workout. We did a 35-minute Pilates video, and then I walked on the treadmill for 2.5 miles. We're back now. I'm gonna hop in the shower and get into some other athleisure wear. I think I'm gonna try to bang out a little bit more editing before the evening, and then we'll see what we're gonna do. I need to hydrate a bit more, so drink some water. It's 4 o'clock now, so I still have a lot of time until I'm dressing, and obviously I'll eat dinner before that. Oh, actually, I have a Coke Zero in the fridge that I could have, so that might be a moment. I love my Coke Zero. We're going with flow. Today kind of feels like a lazy Sunday, even though it's not Sunday, and I did just work out, so it's not really lazy, but I don't have like any major plans or like a structure for the day, which is very unusual for me, but I'm getting more used to it actually this contract.
Things that we started to implement, even like
It is the end of the evening. I just finished my dressing for the night, and lo and behold, we have another no spend day, which does definitely balance out the days that I'm spending a little bit more money. So definitely feel good about that. Of course, if I got off the ship, there would be a high possibility that I would have spent some money, at least on a coffee or something like that. So we've made it through another day. Tomorrow is the final day of the cruise. So for the rest of the night, I'm going to just hang out in the room, probably watch a movie, try to finish my book maybe because I'm really close to finishing. And that'll be it. So I will see you guys bright and early. Rise and shine. It is the final day of our cruise, day 7 and day Sunday. Day Sunday? That made no sense. It is Sunday, and today we are in beautiful Santorini, Greece. This is a tender port, so I haven't fully decided if I'm gonna get off the ship or not. To be honest, it's a little bit of a hassle to get up because you have to take the tender off, and then you have to take the cable car up, or you have to hike up, which I don't know if I'm entirely feeling motivated to do today. So I need to think about that a little bit. Maybe we will, maybe we won't, but for now we're starting the morning with a walk. I've just made a coffee in my friend's cabin, so we've got a coffee and we're gonna walk on the jogging track. There's nobody up here, the sun is shining, it's 65 and beautiful weather, so we're gonna get our steps in, gonna listen to a podcast and just take in the beautiful view. little change of plans. I am going to be getting off the ship. I just did a 2-mile walk on the top deck, but I'm going to get on the tender and I'm going to meet Marco for a gyro. So he was planning to climb up and I thought, you know, that could technically count as my workout for the day. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to meet him at the restaurant just right off the tender at the bottom. We're going to hike up and then we're going to grab a gyro. And I have the full day. Like, I've been on board the last couple days, so it's better that I get off for at least a walk, some fresh air. It'll be nice to not have like a fully solo day. As much as I love my me time, I really do value being around friends. So yeah, we're going to have a nice yummy pita, maybe a walk around, and then we'll come back.
Close. Thank you.
Well, I guess we have no choice. We've been given no other choice but to take the cable car. Well, now we have to spend money on the ride. We were planning to save a couple euros to walk instead. Oh, and we can't go down either. Well, we're gonna have to pay up and down. But I don't think we'll go bankrupt from 10 extra euro.
I'm pretty close. I'm not.
We just got our ticket and it's €5 per way for crew members. I want to say it's €10 per way for non-crew, but the tickets are really pretty. So we're waiting here and the cable car is arriving now. I've just ordered my pita. I don't actually know the name of the place, but I have had a pita from here before and it's really delicious. They just brought out fresh fries and I'm getting a chicken pita. Chicken gyro from Yogi, get in my belly. I got everything minus onion. So it's got tzatziki, chicken, lettuce, french fries, tomato, and then some of this seasoning, which is really, really nice. I'm loving it. I do wish they loaded more fries on it. All right, we just finished our gyro and it was so delicious. I'm actually so full already, but enjoyed every bite, and you best believe I did eat every single bite. So we're stopping now for some gelato for Marco. I'm actually too full to have any. He's gonna enjoy that, and I think he's getting it with a waffle. Are you getting a waffle? Like with it? Yeah, go big or go home.
Rockabye baby on the treetop. Look at this thing.
That's
I'm so happy.
insane.
It is stracciatella, yogurt, pistachio cream in a bubble waffle cone with Nutella on top. I have never been happier in my goddamn life.
Cheers.
In my entire life. There you go. Here, leave that.
We are back on board. I'm really happy that I got off actually, because of course this morning I was really not intending on it. And I'm happy that I did because I think it was really good for me. Also really good to spend time with a friend. So obviously it was a bit of a bummer that we couldn't walk up the donkey path. I know most people don't prefer to do that. And I usually don't prefer to do that, but I was looking to save a little bit of money and also double it up as my workout for the day. So instead of walking up, we did not have a choice. We had to take the cable car both up and down, which was €10 round trip. And they did give us the crew discount, which is really nice. And then my euro was €4.50. So my little outing for today was €14.50, which, you know, would have been €10 less if we could walk, but you really can't control everything, and sometimes things happen, and it is what it is. It's 2:30 now. I'm back on board, and I honestly don't know what I want to do with myself now. So we'll see what happens, but maybe I'll make a coffee. I definitely want to hydrate. Like, I'm thirsty for some water, so we'll do that. I need to finish my book. I did not finish it last night. I need to finish my book tonight so I can start a new one when my parents are on board, but my parents come tomorrow, so I'm really, really looking forward to that. It's laundry day, which I'm very grateful that laundry on board is free to do. You just have to obviously buy your own detergent, but to use the machines is free. So we're gonna throw a load in the wash so that I have nice fresh clothes for the upcoming week. And I also have fresh sheets for the upcoming week. It is finally the evening and it is the end of the week. This was definitely a larger spending week for me than my average spending, but I do have to keep in mind that we had an overnight, and not just any overnight. It was our final overnight of the contract in Istanbul, so I definitely wanted to make the most of that, and that meant spending money, which I was okay with because I will always remember the experiences that I have, the people that I was with, and the food that I enjoyed. So it is time for the weekly total. Bear in mind that I did do the conversions for all of the different currencies that I spent because, of course, the beginning of the week I spent euros. I also spent Turkish lira, and I'm going to be adding up the total into US dollars. So if you're confused about the numbers, that's what I did. I also looked at the currency conversion on that exact date. Was that necessary? Not entirely, but I just wanted to make it as accurate as possible for you guys. So with that being said, the grand total for my spending this week working on board was $142.57, which I think is pretty insane to say because I am not paying for any food on board. I'm not paying for rent by any means living on board. I am getting paid to be here. So spending $150 in a week is pretty dang good. And like I said, this is a higher spending week than my average spending. I would say usually I average anywhere from $20 to maybe $30 a week, if that. Really, really depends. So yeah, I just wanted to bring you along for the week, show you how much I spend. This contract, I've definitely been spending more money because I just want to say yes to every opportunity and the experiences and all the amazing food in these ports. So I definitely have been spending more, but I do not regret it one bit, and I am still saving a ton of money. So thank you guys so much for following along this week. I hope you enjoyed. If you want to see more of these in the future, let me know. But for now, I love you all to the moon and back. Thank you again for watching and supporting me. It means a lot to me, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.